Good afternoon, everyone. This is Henry, and as we get into tonight's video review, I wanted to bring you mostly just two ideas here, but two ideas that I believe will be relevant as we get into next week, and it starts off here with the VIX. Now, I'm basing the majority of this thought process off of the VIX futures, and if you put in the continuous, /VX contract, you can see all of the various VIX contracts that are available. And then you can see, of course, the ones that are actually trading. And what I want to focus on here is the one that is set to expire in 5 days. So these futures will expire Wednesday morning, and I believe that is what opens the potential for a more meaningful market correction. We know that bulls have really kind of had their way with this market up off of the lows, but this idea I think starts to make more sense when you come over and look at the VIX and all of the call options that were bought when the market was so tumultuous, right? We can look at this through open interest and just look at all of those contracts that have already been crushed out. So there is a big portion of this idea that may, some of it may have already played out, but all the same, my idea is that options interest through here, maybe even down into the 14 strike, basically anybody that bought calls on the VIX when things looked kind of scary, that premium needs to be crushed out. Then once all of these contracts have expired, then the VIX I think may have the potential to pop. The pop in the VIX would coincide with weakness in equities, and I'm working to tie that idea in with an idea here in Apple. So Apple is obviously a very large component of the indexes, a Mag 7 name that is going to have an impact on how things trade, and this has been doing a good job of moving in between key voodoo lines, but also your spot gamma critical strikes. So just notice how action earlier in the week, a lot of influence around 220, and then that 220 rolls up, and look how 225 is just this very clear area of resistance, at least through Thursday's session. But then what I look to is how they measure these strikes, and the idea that when they roll up, right here you can see on the right hand side of this window that the call wall has now rolled to 230. You can see it for the current wall through this view, or if you want to go over into the history of the product, you can look at the movement throughout the week. Do you see how that call wall goes from 220 to 225 to now at 230, and Apple just keeps stair-stepping up? Well, that's because the derivatives are helping the equity kind of move along in this path. So I am of the opinion that Apple above 225 could be seeking out 230. If you can get up there to coincide with the VIX expiration, that'd be a great place to either go flat or to speculate on the short side, and that's what I'm going to be taking into the beginning of next week. So I hope you find that a helpful complement to your trading. Have a great weekend. We'll see you again on Monday. Hey traders, this is Henry with simplertrading.com. I wanted to thank you for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful, and if so, be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons down below. If you would like to also see me putting these ideas into action and trading my own account live in front of you, be sure to sign up at simplertrading.com, and I hope to see you in the chat room sometime soon.